Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Welcome into the Steelers Talk Live Show. I'm your host, Jack Sperry. That is your producer, Jeffrey Cooperstein. We got a lot to talk about on today's edition of Steelers Talk Live. Of course, we already put out our Thursday practice report in a video we put out on the channel earlier today, but we still got a lot to talk about before we get ready for the Hall of Fame game tonight later today. Coop,
is it back?
I think football is back today. So we got the Chargers and Lions. We'll see a little Trey Lance. We'll see a little Kyle Allen, Steelers legend, third-string quarterback.
He's a Steelers GOAT.
You know, he'll be starting for the Lions tonight. So just to see some football again will be nice.
You taking one game or you die, Will Howard over Kyle Allen?
Yeah, I'll take.
I think I am too.
Give me chill, Will. But anyway, on our first segment today, because we already did our practice report, well, I'm going to let you guys know what I think is the number one X factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025. I think they need to get this right in order to be title contenders this year. And then we've got our Madden stream here, the divisional playoff round, Houston Texans versus Pittsburgh Steelers at Acrisure Stadium. Of course, the number one seed Pittsburgh Steelers, 13-4, AFC North champs, going up against C.J. Stroud and the Texans. So make sure you guys stick around for that playoff Madden stream. Now, before we get into the content today, spam those me's. Who's all here? We got 147 people in the chat. We got Big Dog in here. We got Omar Khan. We got Pizza is Goated. We got Christopher Domingo.
I feel like we haven't seen Omar in a
while. Yeah, Omar hasn't been here in a little bit, so it's good to see Omar. We've got Hat Guy, LT's, Cougar, Ali the Reaper, CJ Ross. We got Nicholas. Got Big Dog. We got Chuck Dugan. We got Eugene. We got Brock Walker. We've already got our first super chat of the day that we'll get to here momentarily. We've got Collapse Throne, otherwise known as Fernando Martin. Colton is here. Brock Walker is here. We've got Dwight, Nathan, Ed, of course, my lovely fiance Cassie Vogt is here. Not girlfriend. Everybody say hi to Cassie in the chat. Sir Alex the Great is here. Got Andres. We got Black and Yellow Podcast. Alex L is here. We got Czar Craig. We got Art. We got Czar Craig again. Football Edits. John 15. Jason L. Rolando. We've got John, Eric, Darius. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up icon if you haven't already. We greatly appreciate all of your guys' support. And our first super chat rolling in from Alex Lanier with a $20 super chat says, let's get the season started already. Yeah, man, I'm very excited. And you know what? I'm excited to watch some preseason football, Coop. There's some very fun kind of backup players on the Steelers roster this year. Will Howard, Rock Taylor, J.J. Galbraith have been really playing well at Steelers practice. Of course, I'm looking forward to seeing some of the defensive players and some of the depth that we have on this unit as well, because guys like Brandon Echols, Chuck Clark, all these guys have played really well in training camp so far. So I'm excited to see some preseason football next week. Our first preseason watch party will be next weekend when the Steelers make their preseason debut. Next Saturday, I believe it is. So that's going to be fun, man. Our watch parties return next week. It's been a long off season, but our bread and butter on this channel is back next week here, folks. So make sure you guys mark your calendars and plan on joining us for our preseason watch party next weekend. But first here, Coop, let's discuss and let's talk about how we're feeling about Aaron Rodgers and the Steelers offense to this point in training camp. I would say the defense has certainly been more impressive, but I think that was kind of to be expected. Obviously, most of the money on this roster is on the defensive side of the ball. You got superstars like T.J. Watt, Jalen Ramsey. You got Cam Hayward, Alex Highsmith. Peyton Wilson's looking damn good out there. Loudermilk's a rotational guy, not a superstar, but that's okay. The secondary's looking great. Joey Porter Jr. is looking like a star out there. I think today was Rodgers and DK Metcalf and Roman Wilson's best day at practice. Roman got most of his catches with the second team unit, but it's nice to see him make a couple splash plays with the second team today. But Rodgers was just throwing darts to DK Metcalf. Multiple in-breakers today, including a 55-yard touchdown on a deep crosser. That's what you want to see, Coop, from the starting quarterback who's had some accuracy issues and some inconsistencies throughout camp to this point, playing against that elite Steelers defense. But right now I feel pretty good that by the end of camp, Coop, Rodgers and company are going to be just fine, and we're going to be looking at a good football team once we get to week 1.
Yeah, I mean, we're obviously still relatively early in camp. They've only been in pads one time. Next week, they'll simulate a game week because it will be a game week, and, we're not sure how much we'll actually see of the first team here in the preseason. I would imagine not a whole lot, right?
Probably not.
Maybe, especially the veterans, you won't see much.
You won't see TJ. You won't see Cam.
Probably not Rodgers.
No, I think you might see Rodgers a little bit.
He'll play a drive
I think he'll play a drive or two.
Okay.
Maybe, I don't know which game it'll be, but Rodgers has said that he wants to play in the preseason this year. So,
nice. Okay, good to know.
So he actually played a little bit in the preseason. His first season with the Jets, I think he played one drive against the Giants, had a touchdown on that drive on Hard Knocks. But anyway, $10 from Zwap. He says, A-Rod better not choke, man. We'll see what he ends up doing this year, man. I'm excited for it. It seems like he's starting to really build a connection with DK Metcalf and Pat Freiermuth out there. Those two connections are looking really, really good. So I'm really excited for this season, man. I can't remember a Steelers season with this much juice behind it, especially over the last probably at least the last half decade, man. Because I think A-Rod bringing him in here, he is a top 5 quarterback in NFL history, and he is the greatest quarterback in the pantheon of the game to ever play for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
If you're talking about pure talent, he might be the best ever.
Yeah. So that's what I'm talking about. In the pantheon of the game. Big Ben Roethlisberger's a Hall of Famer, and, he's certainly one of the all-time greats at the quarterback position. Terry Bradshaw is in the pantheon as well, but I don't think either one of those guys is quite on the level what Rodgers was able to do. That's not to say that Rodgers is a better Steeler than Terry was. Not. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that in the pantheon at the position, Rodgers is the highest-ranked quarterback in NFL history to ever play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And then when you add on top of that Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, Jonnu Smith, Caleb Johnson, all the guys that they added this offseason, it has created one of the most exciting, possibilities for a Steelers team in history.
Don't forget about Kenny Gainwell.
And Kenny Gainwell's doing some good things in camp, too. Shout out to Ken. Then Sir Alex the Great, my man, $2, says interested in seeing Will Howard in the preseason. Me too, man. He's
going to play a lot.
He's going to play a lot, and I think he had his best day at camp today as well, because before, kind of like Rodgers, he was checking it down a lot. He was taking his underneath routes, getting the ball out fast, and that's what you want to see. You want to see, the game not be too fast for a young quarterback like Will Howard. But today, he was bombing it down the field.
And he's clearly ahead of Skylar Thompson, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. Not only is he the younger guy, the more potential long-term option, but Thompson's really kind of stunk it up, if I'm being completely honest with you, to this point. So Will Howard, I think, has been more impressive. I think he will, by the time we get to next Saturday, he will probably be the bona fide number 3 quarterback on the Steelers depth chart.
I miss my guy, John Rice Plumlee.
John Rice Plumlee, man, Steelers preseason legend.
Yeah.
He made the fourth quarters of of those preseason games watchable for sure.
We got another super coming in here from Bernard Nixon, who says, is Aaron Rodgers a top 15 QB right now?
So this is the way I would describe it, Bernard. I think because he hasn't been a particularly good quarterback in 3 seasons, you can't necessarily rank him too high to start this season, all right? Because he's dealt with injuries, and of course, because of those injuries and some of the circumstances, he hasn't been able to put up, the kind of per pass attempt production that he had when he was in Green Bay, during his final MVP seasons there. But I think he still has easily top 15 potential. I still think he has great arm talent. I think that he's got that quick release still. I think he's got above average pocket presence, even though he doesn't have much mobility anymore. I think he can maneuver the pocket. I think he's got some of the best football IQ and mental processing out of any quarterback in NFL history still. And I think he's more than capable of playing top 15. And I actually think he's capable of playing top 10 quarterback level play at this point in in his career. Now, he's going to have to adjust his game to play more like a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning, two guys that really weren't mobile their entire careers. He's going to have to live from the pocket. He's going to have to play with good pocket presence. He's going to have to really slice teams up with his brain pre and post snap, and then he's going to have to be precise with his accuracy. And, I think that I'm actually going over my quarterback rankings every single day on social media. So if you're not following me on social, at sparedog.football on IG or at Jack_Sperry on Twitter, I'm going to have Rodgers not in my top 20 to start the season, all right? But I think that the potential is there to get up into the top 15 or the top 10 based on his fit in Arthur Smith's offense, based on his arm talent still very much being there. I'm very excited to see what Rodgers is going to do. I don't think you can rank him too high on your quarterback list heading into the year just because he hasn't shown us to be that kind of quarterback in 3 seasons now. But I absolutely think it's still in the tank, and I'm very excited to see if he can get some of that magic back here with the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, if you guys want to donate to the show, we are actually giving away a Steelers jersey this afternoon. We give a Steelers jersey away every single month, guys, and of course it's the final day of the month of July. So today we are raffling off a Steelers jersey of the winner's choosing. It can be an Aaron Rodgers jersey. It can be a DK Metcalf jersey. It can be a TJ Watt jersey. We have the picture of the Rodgers jersey up there, but today we're going to be raffling off a Steelers jersey. So if you guys want a chance to win that jersey today, here is our donation menu. Just $5 raffle tickets to get in on the raffle. Also, if you want 3 raffle tickets, you can get $10, $20. You get 10 raffle tickets to win the jersey. Plus, you get your name on the Steelers Talk Gong right here. Alex is already on the Gong, so we don't have to put his name on there. Every $50 that we make on today's stream as well, guys, I will take a lemon shot. Yes, we've got the lemon juice back here. And I'll take lemon shots for every 50. Right now we are, $14 away from our first lemon shot. And then if we can get to $250 total today, we will hit the Gong. All right, so that's going to be fantastic. CJ Ross says, can you win a second jersey? CJ, yes, you can. All right, if you enter the raffle today, you can win a second jersey.
Oh, yeah.
If you win the raffle. But here's where you guys can donate, and here's actually what I'm going to tell you guys right now. I will double your raffle tickets to win the jersey today if you send in your donation via Venmo or via PayPal. So $5, 2 raffle tickets, $10, 6 raffle tickets, and then a $20 Venmo or PayPal will get you 20 raffle tickets to win the Steelers jersey today. If you want to get those doubled raffle tickets today, you can go to @Jack-Sperry on Venmo or @CaptainJackRabbit on PayPal. Really do appreciate all of your guys' support. Just got our first Venmo of the day, Mr. Coop, so I will send it your way.
Good.
There you go. So, and listen, man, I understand that not everybody has money to spend on a YouTube channel. I really do. So if you guys want to get a free raffle entry for a chance to win the Steelers jersey today, you don't have any money to donate to the channel, you guys can get in on the raffle today by following me on Twitter @Jack_Sperry. I put out Steelers content on there every single day, guys. I live tweet every single Steelers practice. So if you guys want to know what's going on, give me a follow. And then also, I'm currently putting out my 2025 NFL quarterbacks list every single day. We're going from 1 to 32. Right now, we're currently just through 3 quarterbacks, but we're going to be getting through the rest of them here as the weeks go on leading up to the season. Our first Venmo of the day, give him 20. CJ Ross gets in on the raffle with a $20 Venmo. Everybody spam CJ, 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 CJ. Let's go, CJ. I appreciate you, my man. Thank you for the $20 Venmo.
By the way, and just so you guys know, for the jersey raffle, it's if you have donated in the month of July, you are already in.
Yes, so the way it works, guys, is that if you entered any of our hat raffles throughout the month, and you donated to the show and you got raffle tickets for any of those previous raffles, you are in to win the Steelers jersey, all right? If you guys want to get more tickets today, by all means, send in your Venmos, your PayPals, and your Super Chats. But if you donated and you are in on a Steelers Talk hat raffle this month, you are already in the raffle today. All right, man, so let's get it going right now. Because we got some stuff to talk about today, Coop. But no practice report. It's already on the channel. So go check it out after the live show today if you haven't already. It's a spicy one. Rodgers and DK were lighting it up today. But first, I'm going to tell you the biggest X factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers in 2025. This is the thing that they need to do in order to win a Super Bowl in this season. And then we'll get into our Madden sim here. Playoffs are here. Divisional playoff simulation versus the Houston Texans. We'll get to that after our segment here. But, Coop, are we ready to get things going here?
Just got to send a quick Slack here.
Sounds good. So I want to give some shout-outs here. We got Steelers Jacks in here. What's up, my man? We got Chuck Dugan. We got Craig. We got the Madden God. We got CJ Ross. We got Darwin Nolan. Let's go, man. Darwin says, Jack, you listen to the sports media. A-Rod had a great year last year. Statistically, he threw more touchdowns than Josh Allen. He actually had the same amount than Josh Allen, and Josh actually ran for a lot more, obviously. And, here's the thing about Rodgers, okay? The reason why the numbers look as high as they do is because the Jets never ran the football. So he was throwing more than just about anybody in the game. So, if you have 1 million attempts, the yardage is going to go up, all right? That's just the way it works. But, yards per attempt, I think he was in the 20s. And, his per pass stats were not fantastic, all right? But the circumstances in New York were terrible, right? They didn't have a run game. The offensive line was terrible. They had to change head coaches and offensive coordinators mid-season. The defense was terrible. I don't necessarily blame what happened in New York on Rodgers, and I think here in Pittsburgh, hopefully he's going to have a better offensive line. Hopefully he's going to have a better run game. Hopefully, the weapons around him are going to be functional. Hopefully this defense is the best he's ever had in his career, and I know for a fact Mike Tomlin is the best head coach he's had in a while here. I think that Rodgers has a legitimate chance at success here. I don't think that even Rodgers would tell you that his stint in New York went well, but I think that it absolutely could work out here in Pittsburgh. We just got another Venmo here, Mr. Coop, and a PayPal. Let's go. Actually, we got a couple here, so we will hit these, and then we'll get into our first segment. All right. 20. All right. Those have been sent, and we will get to it here in just a second. But, yeah, I think that you guys know if you've been watching the channel, I'm very optimistic about Rodgers. I think that he's going to have a good season. But, when you do look at the per pass stats last year, he was not a good quarterback for the New York Jets last season. But Kirk Crater, $10. With the Venmo, I appreciate you, my man. Kirk says, really concerned about left tackle, no faith in Broderick. I don't blame you, Kirk. Has not been a good start to camp, and he's already injured. So really rooting for Broderick, but it's not looking fantastic to this point. I guess we'll see what he looks like when he's finally allowed to put the pads on and go out there in team periods. That's 6 raffle tickets for my man Kirk Crater there. Then we got Steelers Dad coming in with a $20 Venmo. We put the F Coop in the chat there for the misspelling, but he says hearing rumors about Terry McLaurin again. I would say, guys, I've been saying this since the McLaurin rumors started. It's not going to happen, all right? Diana Rossini said today the Commanders are shutting down any trade talks for McLaurin. They want to keep him. And then even then, the Steelers have already spent a crap ton of money on players this offseason, and they would have to spend another crap ton of money on Terry McLaurin, money in which that I just don't think that the Steelers necessarily want to spend. This is going to be a run-heavy offense, so to have another highly paid receiver that's going to be expecting to get a ton of looks this year, I just don't think it really makes sense for the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think Terry's a top 10 receiver in the game. He's absolutely awesome. I just don't think it makes much sense for either the Steelers or the Commanders to make this kind of move. If you want to make a move for a receiver, trade for Adam Thielen, a cheap, older player that's not going to cost you a massive contract extension. Trade for Romeo Doubs for the Green Bay Packers. The bots are back already?
Even this season, baby.
Oh, my God. Yes. I mean, I guess this is the type of – let's face it, football games are back today, though. Just got another Venmo. Send that your way. So appreciate you, Steelers Dad, for the $20. That is 20 raffle tickets for Steelers Dad in this raffle. Oh my gosh, they keep coming in. Yeah. You guys just keep coming with these Venmos. But let's just roll through them here. Tyler coming in with a $10 super chat. He says, hopefully a Caleb Johnson jersey. Best of luck to you, my friend. Then we've got Pittsburgh Fan 412 coming in with a 20. He says, Aaron jersey. Best of luck to you, Pittsburgh Fan 412. And then we got a PayPal alert from Andrew Flynn for $20. So that's 20 raffle tickets for Andrew Flynn. So shout out to all of you guys. Before more Venmos and Super Chats come in, I promise you I will do these lemon shots as well. Oh my goodness, we just got another one. Guys, if you're sending in your Venmos right now, we're going to get to all of you guys after this first segment, but we really need to get this done before we get into our Madden Sim today. I promise I won't forget about you guys, but once Coop has this ready to go, we will get into our first segment of the day. Let's go. All right, Coop says we're ready, so without further ado, let's get into our first segment of the day, the biggest X factor for the Pittsburgh Steelers if they want to be a title contender in 2025. Welcome into Steelers Talk. I'm your host, Jack Sperry, and today I'm going to tell you the number one thing that the Steelers need to get right in order to be a legit title contender for the 2025 NFL season. And if Pittsburgh can do this, guys, and if they're able to do right by this one thing, I think that or if they can't do this, I should say, I think their season is essentially over in terms of their chances of hoisting a 7th Lombardi Trophy. So listen, guys, we put out a video out on the channel earlier today, and we added 69 new subscribers on that video alone, which means that we are so close to lapping the rest of the AFC North channels here at Chat Sports for the month of July. Right now, we are less than 100 subscribers away from lapping these guys once again and 2xing the Bengals, Browns, and Ravens channels combined here at Chat Sports for the month of July when it comes to new subscribers gained. So if you're a new viewer here and you want premium Steelers content, you want daily practice reports on the Steelers, you want the latest trade rumors heading into the trade deadline, if you guys want watch parties every single Sunday for Steelers games, this is going to be the place for you. So if you haven't clicked that subscribe button yet, help us get over the top here and let's embarrass the rest of the AFC North. All right, so now let's get into the biggest X factor for the 2025 season for the Steelers. If you've been watching the channel this offseason, you probably know what I'm going to say here, and it is the offensive line for the Pittsburgh Steelers, which has been a unit that has been in disarray, let's call it, over the last several seasons. And guys, the offensive line, just plain and simply, is the foundation of offensive coordinator Arthur Smith's offense. It starts with the run game, but then it goes into the play-action passing game. And if you don't have a good offensive line that can move people off the spot and move the line of scrimmage, then you're not really going to have success inside this wide zone, outside zone, inside split zone heavy offense that Arthur Smith likes to run here in Pittsburgh. And, I think it's harsh, but I also think it's true. And I think it's a fact here that the offensive line has done a lot to really hold back this Steelers team in years past. You want to know why this team is only winning 9-10 games every single season, despite having really good defenses? It's because the offensive line can't protect the quarterback and they can't create run lanes for the running backs. And if you don't have a good offensive line in this league, guys, unless you have like a crazy good starting quarterback that can elevate a bad offensive line, you're really not going to go anywhere, and it's going to limit your ceiling. And that's exactly what we've seen from the Pittsburgh Steelers over the last several years. And guys, if this Steelers offensive line stinks again this year, all the additions that they made this year, Jalen Ramsey, Caleb Johnson, Jonnu Smith, DK Metcalf, Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be the same thing than what we've seen in years past, all right? Like, if this offensive line isn't able to get things going for the run game and protect Rodgers, who's 41 years old, it's going to be much more of the same offensively for the Pittsburgh Steelers this year. However, a breakthrough year is absolutely possible for the Pittsburgh Steelers, and it could absolutely move mountains. It could take this team from a team that's winning 9-10 games and getting bounced in the first round of the playoffs to a team that could potentially legitimately compete for a Super Bowl championship here in 2025. And you guys can see there's a lot of talent in this offensive line. They've made a lot of investments in this group. 2 first-round picks at the bookends of the offensive line here with Broderick Jones and Troy Fautano. Obviously, those guys are first-round pedigrees. If they live up to that pedigree, you're going to have one of the better offensive tackle duos in the league for a very long time. Isaac Seumalo is an established veteran, super solid player. Zach Frazier was another high pick with a round 2 selection in last year's NFL draft. And last year he showed some really good things, and he's an established presence. And then Mason McCormick, also a mid-round draft selection that they really like. They love his physical skill set, and they feel like he can absolutely be a starting offensive guard in the National Football League for this team for many years to come. But there's also a lot of question marks when it comes to this offensive line as well. There's no way around it, guys. And, with this many question marks, I can certainly see why some people are skeptical that this group is going to be able to reach their potential and take this team to the next level. First of all, I think the number one thing that I completely sympathize with here, guys, is that Pat Meyer, one of the worst offensive line coaches of the last half decade in the National Football League, was brought back this offseason. I think that this might have been the worst move that the Pittsburgh Steelers made throughout the entire offseason process, was to bring him back and to not fire him and bring somebody else in. He's done a terrible job developing young talent on the offensive line. Just look at the way Broderick Jones has been a failure to this point. And hopefully he can turn it around this year, or I fear that he's probably going to be out of a job, and maybe this entire Steelers coaching staff could be out of a job if this offensive line doesn't turn it around. And then, we can look at the question marks surrounding certain players. Broderick Jones has had a slow start to Steelers training camp. Now, obviously, he's really only played in team periods without pads, so we'll have to see how things change when the pads come on. But he also already has a soft tissue groin injury that could hinder his ability to participate in team drills and really hinder his development throughout the course of the training camp this year. Then you got Isaac Seumalo, who's a super solid, established player, but he's getting older, and he started camp already with an established injury. Is he going to be able to stay healthy this year, and is he going to be able to fend off Father Time in terms of regression? And then you get to Zach Frazier. He's had snapping issues in camp. Out of the 6 practices, or I believe 7 practices at this point, 7 of those practices, or 6 of those practices, he has had a bad snap in. I mean, that is just unacceptable for your starting center, man. Like, you can't be having these bad snaps. We saw it with Justin Fields early in the season last year. I think he's a phenomenal player. I think in terms of true blocking, he's a top 5 center in the National Football League, but you can't be putting the ball on the ground and putting the ball in harm's way as a center. You got to find consistency with that. So that's my biggest question mark surrounding him. Mason McCormick is coming off a shaky rookie season. Now, I think the Steelers really believe in him heading into year 2. He was kind of thrusted into that starting role too early last year due to the James Daniels injury. But I think that Mason McCormick, definitely there's a question mark when it's surrounding his second-year season. And then you get to Troy Fautano, who, of course, got flagged by a number of NFL teams before the NFL draft for having chronic knee issues. And then, of course, early on last season, he has a knee injury, and he's out for the rest of the season. So hopefully he can stay healthy, and I have all the confidence in the world in him when he is on the field. But, that health of his knee is a serious question mark heading into this year. And then with all the injury concerns, right? You got injury concerns with Fautano. You got injury concerns with Seumalo. You got injury concerns with Broderick Jones. What's scary about all that is that the depth of this Steelers defensive line this year isn't all that great. It certainly isn't as good as it was last year when you had guys like Broderick Jones and Mason McCormick and Zach Frazier, young players that could replace the veterans that got hurt on this team last year. But this year, like Dylan Cook or Calvin Anderson's going to be your swing tackle. Spencer Anderson's played a lot of ball here. He's fine as depth on the offensive line, but is he really going to move the needle necessarily if one of these guys gets hurt? I don't necessarily think so. So, there's a lot riding on this offensive line to stay healthy and to take that next step forward as a unit if this team as a whole is going to take that next step and become a legitimate Super Bowl contender in the National Football League. And like I said, I think there's plenty of reason to believe that they could get there. There's a lot of talent here, multiple first-round picks, multiple, day 2 picks as well, lots of physical capability on this group. But the big question is Pat Meyer going to be able to get the most out of this group? group heading into the season and take this offense and take this entire unit to the next level. And if not, if somebody gets injured, there are some options on the market that they could potentially look at. I think Braxton Jones would be a really good trade option, especially if Ozzie Trapilo, the Bears' second-round pick out of Boston College, wins that left tackle job this year. Some other options to keep your eye on are DJ Humphries and Thayer Mumford on the trade market, but then George Fant and David Bakhtiari are 2 free agents that the Steelers could consider. And then on the interior, if somebody gets injured, Brandon Sheriff is still out there. Shaq Mason is still out there. John Feliciano, who played a long time with the 49ers and would be a really good fit here in Pittsburgh, is still out there. And then Dalton Reisner and Cody Whitehair are some other former starters that are still out there on the open market. So it's not like the Steelers can't replenish some spots on their offensive line if guys go down with injuries, but it's certainly a concern heading into the year. So coming up next here on Steelers Talk, I'm going to break down Pittsburgh's Super Bowl formula this year. I'm going to break down everything that needs to happen with the Steelers in order to compete for a 7th Lombardi Trophy at the end of this season. But before we get into that, let's have a word from our sponsor today at Fanatics. You guys can go chatsports.com/PittHoodie for 50% off this Pittsburgh Steelers hoodie from our friends at Fanatics today. That link is down in the comments and description of our show, guys. And if you click that link and you make a purchase, Fanatics sends us part of the proceeds. So not only do you get a Pittsburgh Steelers hoodie for 50% off, a great price, but also we get part of the proceeds and it helps out our channel. It helps us pay the bills here, keeps the light on, all that great stuff, helps us pay rent, all the things that we need to do here at Chat Sports Studios. So if you want to help us out and help yourself out by getting a new 50% off Steelers hoodie, you can go chatsports.com/PittHoodie to make that happen. So if the offensive line hits this year, guys, I think the onus then goes to both quarterback Aaron Rodgers and then rookie running back Caleb Johnson to show what they can do, okay? Because Caleb Johnson, I think, has the ability to be a year-one breakout star in this league, especially in this zone-heavy rushing scheme that Arthur Smith is deploying. He is just so fast for his size. He's got great vision and patience, and I think that he could be, one of these running backs that comes in right away, and he is the heart and soul of this Steelers offense right away. And then Aaron Rodgers, can he bounce back from a bad season there with the New York Jets last year? Obviously, things were not good around him, and I don't blame Rodgers for what happened in New York really at all. And then, of course, he had the injury, and then he played with a broken thumb his final season in Green Bay. I don't blame him for that season either. I think that there's a lot of reason to believe both these guys can really play at a high level this year if the offensive line can hold up their end of the bargain. And, of course, we know that the Steelers defense is probably going to be pretty damn special this year. Jalen Ramsey's flying around at Steelers training camp this year all over the place. He's looking phenomenal. The entire secondary as a whole is looking great. Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson look like a legitimate linebacker duo. And, of course, we know this team has the best pass rush in the National Football League. So if they can stay healthy, this defense is going to hold up their end of the bargain. The thing that's going to take this team from playoff contender to Super Bowl contender is whether or not the offense can turn it around. And the championship formula, because of that, is you need the offensive line, you need Rodgers, and you need Caleb Johnson all to hit this year. All right, you need to be able to get the most out of those three, dominoes, which is more than possible, by the way. And if you can do that, then I think you become a team that can hang with anybody in the National Football League. You can hang with the Kansas City Chiefs. You can hang with the Buffalo Bills. You can hang with the Baltimore Ravens. All these top teams in the AFC, and give yourself a shot to hoist a 7th Lombardi Trophy in franchise history. So true or false? Let me know down there in the comments section. The Pittsburgh Steelers will become a legit title contender this season. Do you believe in this offensive line, Aaron Rodgers and Caleb Johnson, to all hit this season? Type T for true or type F for false. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments section. That'll be it for today's edition of Steelers Talk by Chat Sports. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of today's video. I'll catch you guys tomorrow, and until then, here we go, Steelers. All right, so our segment is done for the day here, guys. So coming up next is our divisional playoff Madden stream. I do want to get to a Venmo that we got.
Please do.
So I'll send it your way.
The Rangers just made a big trade.
No one cares. No one cares, Coop, except for you.
I think everyone cares.
I don't think anybody cares. I mean, The Pirates made some trades. They have David Bednar,
He's out.
He's gone. Of course, Key Brian Hayes got traded a couple days ago, or was it yesterday? I think it was yesterday. But coming up next year, guys, we got our.
Send the amount?
What's that? Oh, I didn't. Maybe. There you go.
Thank you.
So coming up next, we have gone through the entire regular season, guys. The Steelers finished our Madden simulated season with a record of 13-4. They are the number 1 seed in the AFC. So they got to bypass the wild card round, and now they will face C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans at home in the divisional round, trying to go to the AFC Championship game for the first time in a long, long time. Steelers Jax comes in with a $10 Venmo, and he says the Steelers team is the most complete in a long time. Here we go, Steelers. And I agree with Steelers Jax. I mean, like the potential that Rodgers brings to the table. You got the potential of Caleb Johnson. You've got the potential of, this really unique offense where you're going to be playing such heavy personnel. And it's just going to suck to play the Pittsburgh Steelers. If you're the New York Jets week 1, going up against, the 12 and 13 personnel packages that they're going to be throwing out there. Just good luck. Dealing with that size, that amount of versatility, and then to deal with the Steelers' defense. I mean, the Steelers, if their offensive line can hold up, guys, like we talked about in that first segment, they can be a really special group this year, all right? Like if this offensive line is good, like let's say they're top 10, let's say Aaron Rodgers plays at a top 15 level, and then let's say the running game is top 10, and the defense plays top 3, top 5 level defense, if not number 1. We're talking about a team that can beat any team in the league on any given week. They can suffocate elite quarterbacks like Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson in the AFC, right? They can take on these guys and win. And if they can do that and they can pull that off, obviously, you got to check those boxes and those dominoes got to fall. And there's certainly question marks especially on this offensive line, but it is possible. And to have that possibility heading into a season, it certainly feels good. Did we get any super chats?
I believe we are all caught up with Mr. Bernard's.
I think we are too. So I'm here's the okay. So I think we're definitely over $100. So we're gonna do We're gonna do 2 lemon shots here before we get into the stream.
Lemon shots.
2 lemon shots.
Oh yeah.
First one. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
I can barely.
No.
Can barely swallow it.
The Cowboys are working out loud.
No way. That's hilarious. Yeah. All right. We're ready for some playoff football, baby. Let's freaking go. Again, I want to remind you guys, we're giving away a Steelers jersey today. All right. So if you want to get in on that raffle, you got to the end of this Madden stream to be able to do that. $5 to get in on the raffle, $10 to get 3 raffle tickets, and $20 to get 10 tickets plus your name on the Steelers Talk Gong. Speaking of that, do I have anyone that I have to put on here? I think I have Pittsburgh Fan 412.
Alex is on there.
I have to put Andrew Flynn. Andrew Flynn, you're going on the Gong. Mr. Flynn, you are on. Appreciate the 20. Who else put in a 20 today?
You got Alex Lanier, which he should be on there already.
Yeah, everybody else is already on there. Okay, cool.
So we're all G.
So I did my 2 lemon shots, and right now we are at about $100 away from hitting the gong. So if we can get $100 more, we will hit the gong on today's show. So thank you guys so much for all of your support. Let's get into it right now, guys.
One moment.
Oh, no, never mind. We got a $5 here from Gary Frank. Says Steelers need a new stadium. Let's outdo the Browns. LOL.
I like the Steelers stadium.
I like Acrisure, Heinz Field, whatever you want to call it.
It's Heinz.
Let's be real. It's Heinz Field. By the way, our new artwork behind Coop, there's a reason why we picked that one. It's because it's the former Heinz Field.
Look at it.
You got Heinz Field in the background. You've got the ketchup bottles up there. We didn't want to get an Acrisure Stadium one because it's Heinz Field. That's what it is. So
and the Steelers also haven't had the best luck since it's become Acrisure.
That's true. No Super Bowls with it being named Acrisure. But speaking of Acrisure Stadium, the Steelers will take on the Houston Texans in the snow at night. Oh my goodness, the number 1 seed Steelers taking on the number 4 seed Texans. And the divisional round is underway. Let's go, baby. The Texans will receive first. They take the kick. And it's a good return. Takes it all the way out to the 36-yard line. That is where C.J. Stroud and company will take the field.
Stroud not usually a good cold weather game.
No, he is not. So kind of like Tua. We'll see if he sucks in this game like Tua did. But remember, Coop, last year in our Madden simulated season, the Steelers lost to the Texans in the playoffs, so trying to get some revenge here. Play action for Stroud, plenty of time. Now he's trying to scramble, and there is T.J. Watt. Let's go. Everybody spam sack in the chat. Everybody spam sack in the chat. Second down and 18.
Do you like the uniform combination?
Probably more than you think I like them.
I thought you would like them.
I mean, there's no way they ever wear these jerseys in a playoff game, but I don't think it's a bad look. Shotgun here. Stroud will hand it off to Mixon, who's hurt, by the way, but he gets to the 3rd and 15.
Joe Mixon and Deshaun Watson should be best friends.
Huge friends. 3rd down and 15. Come on, let's get off the field. Craig's asking, who did the Texans beat in the wild card? They beat the Baltimore Ravens in the wild card round at home. Shotgun here. Stroud's looking. He's stepping up, trying to get away, and he is sacked again. Keanu Benton with the sack, and it's 4th down. Let's go. 2 sacks on the opening drive, a 3-and-out forced by the Steelers defense. And by the way, in our Madden simulated season this year, the Steelers are a perfect 8-0 at home. They have not lost. Never lost.
Undefeated. Never lost.
And guess what, Coop? The road to San Francisco runs through the Steel City. All right, Texans are punting. Steelers defense looking as good as it usually does. Kick is away. It's caught and fair caught by Calvin Austin. I thought he had some room too. That's what I was going to say.
Here's Raji.
So here is Aaron Rodgers.
Do you think he had ice cream with sprinkles?
Nobody gets that joke.
I think they do.
No, they don't. Under center here, condensed formation for Pittsburgh. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers, and a back. They will hand it, no play action. Rodgers has all day to throw. He's adjusts in the pocket, throws, and it is incomplete. He tried to go to DK Metcalf. Close coverage from Derek Stingley, one of the best corners in football. Probably should have been caught by Metcalf, though. It's a little cold out there in Pittsburgh here in January. Steelers trying to get their first playoff win in a long time here. Offset I formation, and it's a blitz, and it is a sack. 3rd and 19 coming up. Rodgers didn't see the blitz coming, and Azeez Al-Shire comes in to bring him to the turf. Or I should say grass. It is all natural grass at Acrisure Stadium. The frozen tundra.
The grounds people did a good job getting the field ready for play.
Oh, yeah. 3rd down and 19. Now, Coop, some of the more magical moments we've seen throughout this simulated season has been Rodgers on 3rd and long, just chucking it up to DK.
Oh, yeah.
Could we see that here? DK's all by his lonesome out to the left, and they got trips right. Takes the snap from shotgun. Rodgers looking. He has time. He steps up in the pocket. Now he's trying to run, and he's going to get no gain, and it's going to be 4th and 19, a 3-and-out. So defenses trade 3-and-outs here. And the Steelers will punt it right back to Houston. Ali the Reaper says he sent a $5 super chat. Did we get that?
Ali?
He says he's not sure if we got it.
I'm not seeing it, Ali.
We're not seeing it, Ali. Shotgun, or not shotgun. Punting this away. Cameron Johnson gets it to Houston. And it's going to be taken to the 29. So here comes C.J. Stroud strutting his stuff after beating Lamar Jackson. I mean, are we surprised Lamar Jackson choked in the playoffs?
No,
I'm not. I'm not. Choked in the regular season finale versus this Steelers team in this building. Stroud looking, he throws on the in-cut. It is caught for a gain of 8 to Nico Collins.
Peyton Wilson.
Fleuven is here, says, I'm late, but I'm here. Good to see you, Fleuven.
What up, Fleuven?
So if the Steelers win this game, we will have our AFC AFC Championship stream next Monday. Under center. It is a handoff, and he doesn't quite get there. It'll be 3rd down and inches coming up. Come on, type those stops in the chat. Looks like Christian Kirk is down with an injury for Houston. And I don't know who wins the matchup, Coop, but I know the matchup on the other side of the bracket is Bills-Chiefs. So if the Steelers win this game, they will either play the Chiefs or the Bills at home because the Steelers are the number 1 seed. So that is the situation. If the Steelers win, they'll be home playing against either the Bills or the Chiefs in the AFC Championship game. If they lose, obviously their season's over. I formation here for Houston. Can the Steelers get a stop? It's play action. Stroud looking. He's going to throw flat, caught. First down, Joe Mixon.
Oh, Mikal Bridges extension. Go live, Marshy boy.
Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Houston trying to put a drive together on this excellent Steelers defense, and they've been even better at home. Not too many teams can score on this Steelers defense this season when the Steelers have been home. Shotgun here for Stroud. He will throw quick on a crossing route. It is caught by Dalton Schultz for another Texans first down. Again, guys, we're giving away a Steelers jersey to one lucky fan at the end of the show. $5 for a raffle ticket, $10 for 3 raffle tickets, $20 for 10 raffle tickets. Double your raffle tickets when you get Venmo or PayPal. You can find me at Jack Sperry on Venmo or at Captain Jackrabbit on PayPal. A quick slant here for Houston. Picks up 5 yards. And there's Raji with the cold air. Kind of a offset pistol formation here. Multiple back set. It's going to be a quick little throw from C.J. Stroud to Dalton Schultz for a first down.
You can see the air coming out of their breath.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Can the Steelers defense get a stop? Come on now, defense. Shotgun for Stroud. Takes the snap. He's going to be another quick throw. It's heavily contested by Joey Porter Jr., but it is caught for a gain of 7.
Wow, that's a huge one.
2nd down and 3 for Houston. They'll once again go condensed formation. 2 tight ends, 2 receivers and a back. Stroud will hand it off to Mixon. Good run defense by the Steelers. It'll be 3rd down and 2. TJ Watt with the stuff. Come on, that's the end of the first quarter. Steelers trying to force a field goal attempt in the conditions.
This is Pittsburgh football if I've ever seen it.
This is Pittsburgh football right here. If there was ever an environment for the Steelers to break their playoff win streak, it's in this stadium, in these conditions, against a quarterback that sucks in cold weather. So here we go. From the 32-yard line, this would be a tough field goal attempt for Houston if they don't get this. It's going to be a quick throw. It is caught. Is he going to get there? He is. First down, Texans.
I mean, what's the defense doing?
Just allowing the quick little out route, little flat route for Houston. Juan Thornhill with the tackle.
Lucas Hughes in the chat.
What's up, Luke? Good to see you, man.
How we doing, Luke?
It's good to see you, Luke. Shout out to everybody watching with us here in the chat. Under center, C.J. Stroud will take the snap. He hands it off.
Oh, Highsmith.
And Alex Highsmith couldn't bring him down for the TFL, but Juan Thornhill is there to bring him down there. Only a gain of 3.
Would you say he's your sleeper player this year on defense?
I think he's the most underappreciated. I like Juan Thornhill, man. I like his moxie. I like his attitude. I think he's a dog.
Going to play free safety.
And, like, in this defense, he's just going to be asked to keep the top on the defense. He's more than capable of doing that. Play action for Stroud. He'll throw immediately into the flat. And there's jukes Alex Highsmith out of his shoes. First down, Texans.
What a joke.
And this is a very methodical drive by the Texans here, getting inside the Steelers' red zone at the 14. Everybody spam stop in the chat. Everybody spam stop in the chat. Come on. Shotgun trips right for Houston. They will send out their running back Mixon, and now Stroud is all by his lonesome. Takes the snap. He throws quickly. Another quick-hitting shot for Houston, and another close to a first down, but it'll be second down and inches coming up.
Shout out Gary. Coming in with the 5. We'll get you on screen ASAP. Get a stop.
Shotgun here for Stroud. Bunch formation out to the left. Takes the snap. He's looking. CJ, now he's rolling out to his right. He's looking to run. Nobody is even looking at him. Touchdown, Houston. Man coverage from the Steelers. Nobody was waiting for Stroud to run, and he takes it in for 6. So the Steelers and this defense, which has been so good at home, gives up the early lead here, and now the pressure's on Raji and co. to tie this thing back up before the half. $5 from Gary. Says, what do you think of ESPN Power Rankings, Jack? They have Steelers in the top 10. I didn't see where ESPN had them. I'm sure you're right, Gary. I did see a Fox Sports analyst had them 6th, which is very high. I think that's very optimistic.
Is the media being nice to the Steelers now?
I mean, no, because I hear them. I hear everybody talk shit about them every single day. But listen, man, if everything goes right, like if the things that we talked about today happen, and they could, like if the offensive line takes a step this year, Raji has a bounce-back season, Caleb Johnson is an immediate success. You know, you find a legitimate wide receiver 2 option, whether that's in-house or, on the market. Absolutely, this team can be a top 10 team in the National Football League this year. Bad return for the Steelers. Gets to the 28. Steelers have over 3 minutes to return the favor on the Houston Texans here, but C.J. Stroud putting the pressure on the Steelers early in this game. Raji will go under center in the I formation. D-Dub at the fullback position. Quick throw. Nice job by Rodgers to find the open man. Calvin Austin III. First down, Steelers.
Attaboy, Cal.
It's a good job there, Cal.
Cal, why don't you just shut up?
Yes, ma'am. Name the movie in the chat. Condensed formation here for Pittsburgh. 2 tight end set here. Rodgers will hand it off to Jalen Warren up the middle. He gets nothing to gain a 1.
First person to name that movie gets a free raffle entry. I'm serious.
That's it.
That's it. That is it.
I like to envision my Jesus wearing a tuxedo t-shirt.
I like to envision my Jesus fighting off evil samurai.
Shotgun here. Another condensed split
CJ Ross got
for
it.
the Steelers. Look at that wrist flick from Rodgers. He overshot him. Oh, my goodness. Rodgers threw it down the field. Inaccurate. 3rd down and 9.
CJ Ross, you get a free entry.
Rodgers couldn't throw it accurately down the field, and now it's 3rd down and long coming up. 3 receiver set. Takes the snap. Rodgers, he's got plenty of time. Now he's looking to run. What are we doing, Rodgers? Oh, my goodness, no one's got him. There he goes. Rodgers down the sideline. Makes a man miss. Slides down in Chris Boswell field goal range. 2-minute warning.
I thought he was about to die.
I mean, he was standing back there for, it seemed like an eternity. And he decides to run, and the 41-year-old still got some mobility, even in the playoffs. I guess that bye week really helped him out, feeling good out there. Shotgun, Rodgers is going to dump it off here. Jalen Warren, not a great block from Sayamalo. It'll be a 4-yard gain.
If Sayamalo's going to do that in real life, we're going to have a problem. Oh, my God.
Talking about the Bridges deal?
No. The Rangers again?
Under center, Rodgers. He's going to throw quickly on the slant. Metcalf caught for a first down. He will get inside the red zone. No timeout being called by the Steelers as the clock gets past 90 seconds. Come on, let's get a touchdown. Steelers get the football coming into the second half. So a touchdown here would be huge. Shotgun for Rodgers. 3 receivers set. Clock winding down. Takes the snap. He's going to step up. Now he's going to throw, and it's intercepted. Rodgers, what are we doing? Interception for the Texans. Henry To'o, the linebacker, takes it away, and that was the last thing that could have happened. It's not the worst thing in the world because the Steelers can still tie it in their first drive. But, I don't even know what Rodgers is looking at. He just steps up. There's 2 defenders right there. It's the easiest interception I've ever seen. That's Rodgers' first interception in a long time, man. I think was the last time he threw an interception that crazy pick 6?
Yes.
Against the Bengals? Just a terrible time for that interception to happen. Here we go, empty for Stroud. Now he's going to look to throw, check down, good defense from Jalen Ramsey on Nico Collins. It'll be 2nd down and 10. 44 seconds left to go on the clock, 3 timeouts. Pressure's on the Steelers defense to keep this from going to a 2-possession game. Trips for me, or 3 receivers set for Houston. Now he's going to be the throw downfield. It is caught. Threading the needle is Stroud. Timeout, Texans. And I got to say, guys, for a number 1 seed team, they're not playing too well today. The Texans, a team with a quarterback that traditionally doesn't play very well in the cold, is playing as well as anybody has against this Steelers defense on their home turf. Under center, condensed formation here. Going to be a quick drop. It's going to be a throw to the flat, caught, and brought down. Good tackle once again by Juan Thornhill. He has a ton of tackles today for a gain of 2. Timeout, D'Amico Ryans. Man, it would suck to lose to the Texans in the playoffs in our Madden simulated season 2 years in a row, especially being the number 1 seed. Especially not losing a game at home all year long. Trips right for Stroud. He'll take the snap. He's got plenty of time. Now he throws down the field. It is caught wide open. 1st down, Texans. No timeout being called. Now finally, D'Amico Ryans calls a timeout with 21 seconds left to go in the half. Texans are out of timeouts, 21 seconds to go. Steelers defense needs to get a stop. Also keep in mind that with the weather conditions, a field goal is going to be a little bit tougher. Shotgun here, trips left. Stroud will take the snap, play action. He will throw now on the out. It is caught by Dalton Schultz, and he's going to get close. And he's definitely in field goal range now. First down, Texans. We got a couple of donations here.
I heard cha-ching.
So, man, this is looking like the Texans could very well take a 2-possession lead going into half, when it looked like the Steelers were going to be able to be in position to take the lead in the first drive of the second half. That's a big turnaround right there. Shotgun Stroud, trips right, takes the snap. This would be a great time for a turnover, but now Stroud's looking to run, still scrambling, and throws it out of bounds. Should have just ran with it. I mean, he had open grass. But we won't get in their way. So now a field goal attempt here with 10 seconds. I mean, why? Well, I guess they can't stop the clock. So here we go. It's a kick is up, and it is good. 10-0 Texans in the playoffs at home when you're the number 1 seed and you've never lost at home the entire season.
What a joke.
Derek Smith, that's the positive right there. We needed some positive energy right there. Derek with the 30 says, what is up, my guys? What's up, Derek? That gets you, what does that get him? 26 raffle tickets there for Mr. Derek. And then Michelle with a 10. Appreciate it. Got another one here. Again, guys, we're giving away a Steelers jersey at the end of the show. $5 to get in, $10 for 3 raffle tickets, $20 for 10. And then if you send it in via Venmo or PayPal, you double your raffle tickets.
We'll go to the next one at halftime.
All right, so here we go. Let's see if they just bomb it down the field. Rodgers looking, 4 seconds, 3 seconds, throws it middle of the field, and it's inaccurate. Coop. So with 2 seconds left here, Rodgers is going to bomb it down the field. And it's gone! Oh, my goodness! Bobby Trees! Touchdown Steelers! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go, Steelers! Here we go! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Man, it was getting gloomy up in here, Coop. But now a spark of hope as Raji with a little bit of end of half magic. Jesus, Coop, why didn't we just go with the first one? So what a turn of events here, guys. Bobby Trees.
How chills is that?
With the Hail Mary touchdown to end the half. And now the Steelers will get the football with a chance to tie or take the lead to start the second half at Acrisure Stadium here in the playoffs. Let's go. Sebastian coming in with a 20. He says,
shout out, Sebastian.
He says, appreciate what you guys do. Let's get another offensive tackle, please. I mean, we'll see what they do. We'll see how Broderick does during the preseason. But
what would you put the percentage of them going out and signing one? It's probably
very low.
Would you say it's more likely they sign than trade for one?
Yeah.
But it's not likely at all.
But neither is likely. Shotgun Rodgers, play action. He's got time in the pocket. Now he's going to launch downfield again, and it is incomplete. Trying to go to Calvin Austin, but there's a penalty. Holding, is it on the offense? I think that's the first holding penalty we have seen this entire season. And of course it comes in the playoffs when we're losing. First down and 20, empty set for Rodgers. Steps back in the pocket, now throws, wide open, caught Metcalf, first down Steelers, down to the 41. First down Steelers, come on. Let's go. Shout out to everybody that's donated today. You guys are real ones. Did we show Michelle's 10? Did we show Michelle's 10?
We did.
Okay. Shout out to Michelle. Thank you to everyone donating. Again, if you donate, you get into a raffle to win a Steelers jersey of your choosing. It's under from shotgun, hands it off to Jalen Warren for a gain of 8. Steelers moving the football here. You got to love it.
I just want to double check this. Michelle, thank you.
Michelle, we just want to make sure we're giving you the proper love there. That's 6 raffle tickets for you. Thank you for the 10. By the way, we are $20 away from hitting the gong. All right, the next $20, we hit the gong for today's show. Under center, heavy set. It's going to be Caleb Johnson. There he goes. He's got some room to run down the sideline. Big gain for the Steelers. Down to the 22. First down, Steelers. Let's go. Caleb Johnson, the rookie out of Iowa, with the big gain. And now the Steelers are feeling it after the Hail Mary touchdown to finish the first half. Now they're back to moving the football. Under center is Rodgers. Multiple tight ends. Play action. He's got plenty of time. Throws decisively. It's caught by Metcalf down to the goal line. Is he in? No, he's at the 1-yard line. And now it's Caleb Johnson time, folks. Let's go. Come on, let's take the lead. Everybody spam TD if you want to get in for 6. Spam those TDs in the chat. Come on, I see Fluven. I see Gary Frank, Matthew, Tristan. Come on. Here we go. A goal line set for the Steelers. Looks like Caleb John. No, it's Jalen Warren in the back. They give it to him. He breaks a tackle. He's going to find his way in. Touchdown, Steelers! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. Let's go, Steelers. 14 unanswered points pending an extra point, and they take the lead and wipe away the Texans' playoff lead here in the divisional round. Let's go. Boswell puts up the extra point. It is good. 14-10 Steelers. That's the number 1 seed team that we have seen all season long, folks. That is what we've seen. Resiliency. Down 10. Pressure's on you. Other teams playing with house money. Doesn't matter. Now the defense needs to step up. Kick is away. It's taken out. And good job by the Steelers to bring him down at the 26. All right, now we need the defense to step up here. That Texans offense has been moving it the last 2 drives. Under center here, condensed formation, play action. Stroud's got all day back there. Now he's going to throw. Somehow caught on the sideline for a 2-yard gain. Really good coverage by the Steelers, but just a better catch. And apparently a Tony toe tap over there. Under center is Stroud. Multiple tight ends, 2 receivers, and a back. Play action again. Stroud will throw middle. It is caught. There he goes. Nico Collins with a huge gain down to the 37. CJ Stroud is absolutely carving the Steelers defense. In one of the best games of his young career, if this was actually happening. Cooks, Darius Slay. Steeler Jax is asking for a holding because the Steelers had one. There we go, another condensed formation with a condensed bunch out to the right. Stroud is going to send a man in motion. It's going to be a fake to the jet man, and now Alex Highsmith with the TFL on Joe Mixon, 2nd down and 12. That's the play that we needed right there, folks. That's the play that we needed right there. We needed a nice TFL, a good defensive stop, get some momentum, and now we got to seal the deal. Shotgun here, another condensed split for the Texans. Takes the snap, Stroud looking. Now he's going to throw. It is caught. Nico Collins will pick up 11, and it'll be 3rd down and 1. So the advantage that you get from getting a TFL on 1st down just wiped away now, and it's 3rd and extremely manageable for the Texans. Kurt Crater says the Texans' uniforms look like the Falcons, and I kind of agree. Handoff here. Mixon's got some room. Oh, did he stop him? Oh, no. Challenge. Bad. I don't know if it's a bad call, but that was a hell of a play by Highsmith to make it close, but it's called 1st down Texans at the Steelers' 26. Field goal does not get them to the tie. Steelers are up 4. The Texans need a touchdown to take the lead. Steelers send blitz. Is that not a fumble? Apparently Stroud got rid of the football, but Patrick Queen got there to force the incompletion. I don't know, man. That was close. These refs, man, are they flying in from dirty Houston?
They may have flown in from the Space Center.
From stinky Houston, Texas? Shotgun, Stroud looking, throws flat, caught. Oh my goodness. Brevin Jordan is running over Steelers defenders, and he gets to 3rd and 2. You know what this performance kind of reminds me of, Coop? It kind of reminds me of the Joe Burrow performance when he had one incomplete pass the entire game in Week 7.
That was crazy. Because
Stroud is just picking apart this Steelers defense, which has been so good all year. Steelers show blitz. They send it. It's a quick slant to Nico, and it's caught. First down, Texans, down to the Steelers' 13.
Once that X Factor gets activated.
But he's not as X Factor. He's a superstar. And by the way, having C.J. Stroud as a superstar is a fucking joke.
He did have a great rookie season.
It was okay. It was okay.
It was very good.
It was okay.
He threw for like 4,500 yards.
He did. Shotgun, throws, it's caught, brought down, touchdown, Dalton Schultz. Goodness gracious, this team can't stop the Texans. Texans retake the lead, and the pressure's on the Steelers now, man. Wide open. I think that's Patrick Queen in coverage. And now the Texans are an extra point away from taking a 3-point lead. Kick is up, and it is good. Steelers have not given up an L at home the entire season. And now going into the fourth quarter, the Steelers are in danger of losing yet another playoff game in the Mike Tomlin era without getting a win. Let's hope Rodgers got it in him here to deliver us a dub. Kick is away. It's caught. And it's being returned. Terrible return, though, gets to the 25. All right, here comes Aaron Rodgers. This is what you bring in. Rodgers to do to help you win a playoff game. Got to deliver here in the fourth quarter. Under center, multiple tight ends set in a wing. It's going to be handoff to Jalen Warren. He changes directions, gets no yardage there. Azeez Al-Shire on the tackle. Come on now. Raji, you got to win it for us here, man. Got to win it for us here. Condensed bunch out to the left with a single receiver out wide to the right. Shotgun Rodgers takes the snap, steps back in the pocket, now ships up in the pocket, now looks to run. He's got a lot of room, and he's going to slide down after a gain of 7. Third down and manageable coming up, but this is a big down for the Steelers. Two receivers, two tight ends here on a 3rd and 3. Rodgers shotgun. He's going to go play action. He will throw, intercepted right to a Texans defender, and it's going to put them in field goal range 2 down to the 28. Aaron Rodgers has not thrown an interception in our simulated season since, I believe, Week 7 versus the Bengals, and he's thrown 2 in this playoff game. I mean, the defender's literally just right there. He's literally looking him right in the face. Oh, God. There's just no way in hell Rodgers makes that throw in real life. He's just... God. All right, defense. We need a stop here in the fourth quarter. A touchdown, and this thing is all but over.
For those wondering, I did not touch any stats.
Shotgun, handoff. Mixon gets to a 3-yard gain there. Need a stop, fellas. Spam those stops if you want to keep the season alive. Come on. Even if they get a field goal here, give Rodgers one chance to go down the field and get a touchdown. Just got to stop him to a field goal. 2nd down and 7, shotgun, Stroud. Handoff, Joe Mixon. He's going to pick up a few more down to the 20-yard line, 3rd down and 2. We need a stop right here. Spam those stops. We got Tristan White, Steeler Jacks, Christopher Domingo, Cell Expression, Jersey Swords. Come on. Shotgun, Stroud, 3 receivers. This is where you light them up with a blitz, Coop.
Gotta send
Takes the snap. They send a blitz. Here he comes. He's going to throw it to the flat. It's caught. Did he pick it up? Yes, he did. 1st down. Shit. Oh, man. Steelers brought the blitz. Stroud made the adjustment, and Mixon kept his feet in. Shotgun for Stroud. Multiple tight end set. He's got plenty of time in the pocket. Now he's looking to scramble. He gets thrown as he hit. Oh, it's out of the back of the end zone. TJ Watt clobbered him, but he somehow got the pass off. It was a duck, but it goes out of the back of the end zone. How do you put that much mustard on it, Coop? For you to get hit as you throw and it still goes out of bounds in the back of the end zone.
There.
Here we go, another 2 tight end set here for Houston. It's going to be a pop pass, and now it confuses the Steelers' defense, and he picks up 8. Come on, Deshaun. Kurt Crater says, smells like Coop didn't want the sim season to keep going.
I'll let you know how we got to this conclusion after the game is over. All I can say is I did my damnedest to rig this for the Steelers.
3rd down and 2, a touchdown is pretty much ends it, so this is a huge play right here.
I'm being accused of messing with the settings.
Play action, Stroud. He's got time back there. No pass rush. Throws caught. Brevin Jordan. He gets down to the 2-yard line. Timeout, Steelers. Well, unless the Steelers really do everything right from here on out, it's looking like another playoff loss in the 1st round for the Steelers. Well, this is the 1st round for them. It's a handoff to Joe Mixon. It's a TFL, so good run defense there, but they got to get 2 more stops, and then they're going to have to go down the entire length of the field with no timeouts and get a touchdown to win it. I will say this, though, Coop. If this happened in real life, I would be devastated.
Would there be a crash out?
I would be devastated. If they had the number 1 seed and they had a home playoff game and they lost. Handoff to Joe Mixon, trying to get up the middle. Doesn't get in. He gets to the 1. Timeout, Steelers. All right, it's now or never, folks. Type those stops. Gotta stop them. Steelers don't have any more timeouts, though. So this would almost assuredly be a run. If I'm the Steelers, I'm bailing out for the run. If it's a play-action pass, so be it. You got to stop them. Now they pass it, though. Stroud looking. He's looking to run, and he's going to get in. The Steelers are just watching him run in. Oh, my goodness. That's going to do it.
What a joke.
That's going to end the season. Everyone type F Coop in the
I will tell you now that the game is in hand. I ran this simulation 3 separate times. This was the closest one.
Where the Texans were blowing us out? I don't know. I kind of agree with Captain Kirk. You're telling me it's a coincidence Rodgers throws no picks? The entire season,
watch,
and then throws 2 of them?
We will go back to the beginning of the stream where it showed his stats that I did not mess with.
All right.
Do you want to?
I mean, we can.
All right, let's do it.
I think the Yins would appreciate it.
Okay.
All right,
we're going to go watch the film.
We're going to go watch the film
there it is.
At the beginning. Where is it? Is he a 77 overall?
Yes. I did not touch that man's statistics.
I think he's better than a 77, but
He's not. I'm telling you.
I don't know, man.
I'm telling you. I'm not shitting you.
How is he a 68 awareness?
I don't know.
That seems like something that's been fucked
It
with.
was not doctored with one bit.
It's fine. It's fine.
Fluvin says can confirm he's a 77.
Okay.
My
okay.
honor is intact.
So it's just Madden that's an idiot for giving him
Correct.
a 68 awareness.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, Madden also gave Travis Kelce a 99 overall.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, unfortunately, that ends our Summer Madden series with a loss at home to the number 4 seed Houston Texans without a playoff win with Rodgers. So that's unfortunate. But Gary Frank says $2. And he says Tomlin getting his balls in a vice with a loss. Yeah, man. If he loses another playoff game this year, there's going to be – it doesn't even matter how good the season is, right? Like, if they go 13-4 and they have the best record in the AFC, like in our simulated season here, and they lose in the playoffs like they did here, like there's still going to be people calling for Tomlin's to be fired, right? That's just tough, man. All right, we're going to give away the jersey here before we say goodbye for the day. I'm going to check Twitter.
Check some Twitter.
I'll check the Twitter to see if anyone's followed me. I do not believe anyone has.
Kurt Crater says Coop gets shorter segments now. The thing is, now we're going to get into the real content, so it won't be much shorter.
Yep, fair enough. Okay,
We got football this week.
We do have football this week. That is true.
The next time we are live, it will be a game week for the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yes, it will be. It will be a lot of fun. Unfortunately, we won't get to see the Steelers win a Super Bowl with Raji and Madden.
I think we'll be all right.
I think we'll be okay.
Do we have Twitters?
No Twitters.
No Twitters. All right.
All right. So we still got 167 people watching. Kurt Crater says, still love you, Coop.
Kirk, it's all love, brother.
We all still love you, Coop,
It's all love.
even though you doctored it. It's okay.
No doctoring.
Yeah, I actually do believe Coop. I don't think he doctored it.
If I would have doctored it, the Steelers would have won.
It just Rodgers just picked a terrible day to have a bad day, throwing interceptions. So we're gonna give away a Steelers jersey to somebody here. Thank you guys so much for making this an awesome month of July.
It's only going to get better.
Over 2,000 subscribers added this month. We had a fantastic job. By the way, I think we got another 20. I didn't hit the gong.
Oh, no.
So, here we go.
Boom! Here we go, Steelers. Here we go.
Here we go, Steelers. Here we go. I don't think people want to do the here we goes after a loss, though, unfortunately. So
I think after a Madden loss, they'll be all right.
I don't know, man. Steelers fans, we take our losses pretty tough.
It's true. Reminder: if you had an entry this month, you are in this jit.
Yes, we have a lot of names on this wheel. How many names do you think are on this thing, man? Hundreds?
Easily.
Easily hundreds?
Easily.
Maybe thousands?
Probably not thousands.
Maybe 8,000?
Close.
Close to 1,000. All right. Let's get all those names in there. And then somebody's going to be walking away with a Raji jersey, with a DK jersey, with a Caleb Johnson jersey, any jersey of the winner's choosing. We do this every single month, by the way.
Oh, my God.
Coop cannot believe how big this wheel is.
I mean,
we've had some big wheels on this
doubt.
channel before. I don't know if we've ever had one this big.
This is unbelievable.
Just wait till you see this thing, man. It is something else. Michelle says, so sad, and yes, I'm pouting. See, Coop? We're upset.
I'm sorry, Michelle.
Everybody type F Coop if you want to blame him for the loss.
You can. That's fine.
All right. Oh, my gosh. Look at this wheel. It's got like an optical illusion on there right now. There's so many things. You see those like diamonds on each of the corners? Maybe that's just my eyes just being wonky.
I mean, This is unbelievable.
All right.
Good luck finding your name.
Good luck. Let's roll this thing, and let's see who comes away with a Steelers jersey. Pittsburgh fan 412 is saying F Coop.
Hey, man, I'll take
Gary
it.
Frank saying F Coop. Who wins this thing? I can't even see it. Kermit! 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 Let's go. Kermit is my God. You want to put my email down there,
Yes,
Coop?
sir.
Kermit is my God. Kermit is somebody that is on the show every single time that we go live. He's one of the real ones here on the channel. So Kermit is my God. Congratulations to you, my friend. Coop's put my email down there in the comment section.
Attaboy, Kermit.
And Kermit, let me know what color you want. Let me know what player you want and what shipping address to send it to. And we will make sure to make that happen. So big shout out to Kermit is my God. You know, I think Kermit's a really good example, Coop, of you don't necessarily have to spend a lot of money to win these raffles, because I think he only put in a couple of $5 super chats this month. And, you know, on a wheel with thousands of names on it, he was able to win this raffle. So that just goes to show you, man, following me on Twitter, you get a free raffle entry. All these different things. You guys can, win these raffles even with just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 raffle tickets. So big shout out to Kermit is my God. And Coop, you got anything else you want to say for yourself for making the Steelers lose in this playoff game?
You know what? Raji just didn't get it done today.
Yeah, he did it, man. And now he heads into retirement with a 2-interception performance.
I think he comes back for one.
You think he? Well, listen, man. If this is the case, let's say the Steelers go 13-4 and they lose in the playoffs. I think there's a more than 0% chance that he comes back.
Yeah, I would say so as well.
I would still say it's more than likely he retires, but like there's a legitimate chance he comes back if the team is really good and they don't win the Super Bowl this year. Now, if he wins the Super Bowl, then I think he walks off into the sunset. And for that matter, Cam Hayward might. I know Cam has said he wants to play 2 more years, but like if he wins the Super Bowl this year, it would not shock me if he decides to walk away, especially with the team likely drafting a rookie quarterback next year and the team pretty much having no chance of winning a Super Bowl unless they get another veteran quarterback. But you know it would be so cool if Rodgers won a Super Bowl with this team this year, Coop?
What's up?
He grew up a 49ers fan, and he grew up in the Santa Clara era or area.
Very true.
And that's where the Super Bowl is this year. If the Steelers win the Super Bowl this year, he will be winning a Super Bowl in his hometown.
And he will retire.
And he will retire if the Steelers win the Super Bowl this year. No question about it. But if they get really close and they don't do it and they don't get there, I think there's a chance he comes back. That's just me, though. All right, that's going to be it for today's show, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's program. We will see you guys next Monday for our next Steelers Talk live show, where next week it's going to be game week, man. It's going to be preseason week 1 for your Pittsburgh Steelers. Can't wait to enjoy it and share it with you guys right here on the channel. So click that subscribe button if you haven't already. Until next time, guys, here we go, Steelers.
Adios.